Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. Yay, you all. Today your girl is back because you guys love my last video that I did, like a talk through video. You guys love my talk throughs, so today I have another video for you guys. It's brows tutorial, eyebrows tutorial. You need to see my emails, DM. Oh my god, everybody, like, how do I get these brows to be popping? I think a lot of people have problem with the brows. Like, they just see that most people can slay their foundation, but when it comes to their brows, they're like, So guys, today your girl, your favorite girl is here. Do a detailed eyebrows tutorial. I have this clip, just me doing the brows, just the brows. So after I show you the product and the tools, then I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to tell you how to achieve a flawless brows. Then I'm going to show you a video, like a clip of me actually demonstrating it. Okay, of course the tools I'm going to show you is the tools that I do. So anything I tell you in this video is how I do mine. Everyone have different way of doing their own brows, but in this video I'm going to actually show you the way I do my own to achieve a flawless brow. Okay, first you're going to need a razor blade, like a mascara one. This I got from eBay because I always buy like 100 pieces of this because I just use them to brush the brows. Each time I shape the brows myself, the brows always come out more flawless than when the person already did theirs before. Reason being that most celebrities, yeah, they can come to you with their brows already done, like twists or wax or whatever, because most celebrities, they do go to a proper professional brow wax shop or brow threading shop or whatever, like Anastasia Bravery Hills. Celebrities can get away with coming to you with their brows already done and you can still perfect it when you're shaping it. But God, regular people, like regular clients, like grandmother at 50, some bride that, they just go to the roadside brow shop to just thread their brow. Those people just tidy the brow up for them. They didn't actually give them a nice shape that is good when you're actually drawing the brows on. Does that even make sense? Okay, that makes sense. Okay, yes. So that is why you have to know, if you're a professional makeup artist, you have to learn to use razor. That is the first thing you have to actually learn. You have to learn to use razor because you have to be able to actually shape the brows, even if the bride have already shaped their brows before they come to you, and you notice the brows is not all that, like you don't really like the shape. You can go with a razor and perfect it to your own taste. You can also use a tweezer. So if you cannot learn how to use a razor, use a tweezer. Because tweezer, you can just tweeze out and then have the perfect shape. So when you're drawing it on, it's going to be easy for you. So those are 1, 2. Then after that, obviously, when you do the razor, you're going to brush it again, razor, brush it again, razor, brush it again. And when you're doing the razor, make sure you're going to, like, you're actually perfecting the shape that you want to achieve. Always bear that in mind. After that, you're gonna need this, a scissors. You know why you need the scissors, yeah? Because some people brows are very, very curly, very curly. So even though when you finish shaping them, you have to go and comb it to take the curly bit out. Otherwise, if you did not take the curly bit out, if you're drawing it on, it's gonna be messing about. So the brows are gonna be up like all over the place because the curly ones are there. So you just have to comb it up and just cut the curly ones out, or the excess ones, so that the brows is all ready to go. When you do that and you comb it again, you will notice there's no extra at the top. That's when you know your brows, you're ready to slay the brows. After you brush the brows, cut the excess, everything is ready to go. Guys, there's one thing you need to know. I always do the foundation, concealer, set the brows, contour the face before I draw my brows on, because I'll tell you why. If you do your brows after your foundation, your contour and everything, if you do your brows after all of those kind of stuff, your brows comes out more flawless than when you do it before. Because when you do it before, this is why they call foundation, because it's foundation. You put that on your face before you actually apply any other thing. This is why it's called the foundation. So when the face hasn't got any foundation, any product, and you're drawing the brow, it slides. Your pencil slides. When you're drawing it, you notice your brow is not sharp. It slides, it moves. When you're trying to achieve a particular shape, and it's just gonna slide, and you're not gonna get that perfect shape. This is why I like to powder the face, set the face, powder. So this is when this comes in. This is why I kind of introduce this to this tutorial, because you're gonna need this. Because if when I set the face, contour the face and all of that, I go back with the translucent powder and I just go on the brows again, because you know I apply foundation on the brows everywhere, but now I have to set again on top of the brows before I draw it on. Set. So I set with the translucent powder because it's not going to add any color to the brows. So just a little bit, and you just kind of dab it on the brows. So that's when the translucent powder and this wedge comes in. Okay, so that's the fourth one you're going to need. Then after that, obviously, this bad girl. Ooh. So this bad girl, I love this. This is MAC Brow Wax. I've been loving this brow wax recently. Oh, you guys can tell in my tutorials, because why I love this brow wax is this. Especially if you have curly brows, or if the client have curly brows, if you use this after the powder, so after you powder the face is nice and ready to go, I just go over with this brow wax. Yeah, we go over with this brow wax. Yeah, it kind of tame the brows. It tame the brows and add a little bit of color. Especially for those people who have like very dark brows, very dark brows. You know, some people brows are really thick and dark. Whatever you do, whatever pencil you use, it's still gonna be dark because it's just too dark. So this is good for just kind of taming the brows and making the brows a little bit brown and nude. Okay, before you actually draw it on. I love to use this before I draw the brows, and I also use it after I finish drawing the brows. So I go over with this again. This is a must have. A must have. It makes your brows look natural. That's what I use today. As you can tell, my brows looks natural. Yes. So yes, this is very good. So after you set the brows, remember you use this on top of the brows to tame the brows. But this is only good when this is only good when the person actually have hair on their brows. Do not use it for those people that hasn't got any hair. The hair is not gonna work. Okay, you have to have some kind of little bit of hair on your brows. Yes. So after that, you've already finished, you know, actually applying the brow wax on the brows. Tame the brows. It's ready to go. It's nice and brown. Now you kind of fill it in. Okay, when I fill in brows, yeah, when I fill in brows, I love to use Rimmel brow pencil. I've tried a lot of brow pencil and I just kind of settle for Rimmel, because Rimmel, I love the consistency. It's not too hard and it's not too soft, because when it's too soft as well, it makes your brows look wet. You know that wettish look? Wettish look when it's too soft just makes it look creamy, which is not good for the brows as well. This is just the perfect color, perfect consistency. It's just that perfect. I don't know. Rimmel brow pencil. I've been loving it. Like, yeah. So this one is black brown, and this one is black brown. This is dark brown. So they are both brown, but one is dark brown. One is black brown. One is dark. This is dark brown, and this is black brown. The black brown is not black, but it is that brown that looks like black, but it's not black. So that's why it's called black brown. So it's not black, it's just darker shade of brown. So I always use it to outline the brows first. So I outline the brows first with the dark brown. When you outline the brow with the darker shade, it makes the brow look clean, because the darker one is at the outside, and then you fill it in with the brown inside. So it just makes you look perfect, because you know the darker one create that shadow. So it makes that brow look like sharp at the outside, but the inside is very soft. This always works when I do this, whatever complexion you are. If the thing is too dark at the outside, and now go over with this brown again, just go over on that outline that I already outlined. I go over with the brown, this brown again. If it's too dark for the person's complexion, I just go over with this one and just fill it in. So I go back and forth. So I go back and forth with the dark brown and the black brown when I'm filling the brows. And I always make sure when I'm filling the brows, I start halfway here, down, outline it first, then come back here. when you outline it first before you fill it in, is always good. Because I used to notice a lot of people, they just draw brows like that, draw brow like that, you know. But I always find that when you outline a brow, outline it, you already know the shape you're going for, then you fill it in. So outlining before you fill in is always the way to go. Okay, outlining. Okay, there's one thing you need to know: you have to be very still when you're drawing brows. You have to be very still, and always make sure you try to rest your hand on the person's face when you're drawing the brows. It's always good to rest your one hand on the person's face and use one hand to draw it on. Why? Because you need your balance. If you're not balanced, yeah, you're not gonna get perfect. You need to be balanced. There shouldn't be any noise around. In fact, if there's any loud music, turn off the music. Like, turn it off. Finish the brow before you turn on that loud, crazy music. Because shadows, you can always go back and forth. With shadows, sometimes I do horrible shadow, not looking good at all. But as soon as I get my brush and I just go over and just blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it, the shadow is just as the shadow is perfect. But with the brows, when you make mistake, it's actually a little bit hard to correct. So you have to make sure there's no noise, there's no baby crying, there's no baby crying. Everybody is still, your client is still not talking. You are still calm yourself. Do not think about your boyfriend. Do not think about your husband or your children. Just concentrate on that brow. Concentrate. This is how you get the brow part. Because if your mindset, your mind is here or there or somewhere else, and you're drawing the brows, this is when you get the brows wrong. Okay. Rest this one on the person's body while I'm using this one to draw. Because it's always good to have that perfect balance. You see. And again, the person's face. This person's face has to be like straight. Okay. Do not draw a brow when the person's face is like this. Okay. Or like that. Or like that. Or like son. The person's face has to be. If the person is lying down, it has to be like this. If the person is lying down, if the person is lying down, it has to be straight. Don't draw brow on the person like this. Because it's not ever going to be straight or like this. Or some people have this funny face, like their brows. Each time they are moving, their brows is like this. They talk like this. Like one brow is up and one brow is down. Make sure you tell them to relax their face. Because sometimes when you draw brows and the person's face is like this, okay, when you finish the brows, one is going to be there and one is going to be here and other kind of stuff. Yeah, you're drawing the brows, you're comfortable, the person is comfortable, the person is at the height that is very comfortable for you. Because if you're drawing the brows and the person is like that, and you're drawing the brows like this, and the chair is not comfortable, the brow is not going to be perfect, or the person is too low and you're going like that. You just have to make sure you and the person, everybody is comfortable. When you are comfortable, the person is comfortable, everybody's comfortable. Make sure the front is not as thick as the end. Okay, the front is going to be a little bit natural than the end. Okay, so it looks very soft. Even if you get it really, even if it's really thick, you can go back and just comb it out, and also you can also go back with this brow gel. Okay, if you apply this brow gel, because it's brown, okay, it's gonna make the front look soft. I always do this a lot. Okay, yes, you draw the brows on, you apply your brow wax again. You know, I applied before. I always go back and apply it again. Yeah, the second time before I kind of conceal. So when you're concealing brow, when I loved Early Mascara foundation because very creamy. Because when I'm sculpting the brows, it just glides. It glides really well. Because sometimes if they are water based and you're kind of sculpting it, it kind of crack. It crack. I've noticed that with water based concealer, when you're trying to outline the brow, you just have this crack bit. I'm trying to blend it out. You have this crack bit. So I just love to use a creamy concealer or creamy foundation, anything that is creamy and thick. And I love this angle brush. You definitely need an angle brush. This one, without, I'm gonna leave the link. In the description box. Oh my god, I have almost 100. When I found this angle brush, oh my god, I just like, let me just buy everything on eBay. Just buy it. I can't write because I love it. It's just a perfect size, perfect shape. It's very flat as well. Because some of them can be really thick. So when you outline the brows, it's just too thick. Oh god. And then the concealer, for concealer, depending on the look you're going for, sometimes you can go natural on You can go natural for the concealer under the brows. It just depends on the look you're going for. If you're going for that dramatic look, sometimes I go a little bit more lighter on the brows. So depending, sometimes you can even use your actual skin color under the brows, and that one looks really natural. It doesn't even look like you conceal the underbrows. It's just the perfect. Like today, I did not use anything too light, so that's why it's looking light. So as you can tell, yes. So this is what you need. I'm gonna go over what you need again when I finish. So of course, make sure when you outline the concealer, this is what I do when I outline the concealer. I outline with a concealer that's a little bit lighter. So I start from halfway, outline with a lighter concealer, not light, but depending, like I said, depending on the kind of look you go. Then I go back with a foundation, the person's foundation. That's what I use for this beginning. Okay, this beginning I use the person's actual foundation, because if you use the person's actual foundation, it just kind of blend in. It will not look like you actually conceal the front. Okay, so I go with the person's actual concealer at the front. Sometimes I just use a lighter shade just in the middle. The person's actual foundation color at the end and the person's actual color in the beginning. Okay, guys, remember, I don't like outline the top of my brows, because if you outline the top of your brows, if you outline, especially if you're not careful, if your hand is not very stable, people always mess up when they are doing the top. When they're doing the top, if they're not really careful, they always mess up. Sometimes they kind of take more at the top and the brows, and this one will become very thin. Okay, so that's it with outlining the top. Outlining the top for me, I don't know, especially in picture, flash photography. When you actually use concealer at the top, especially if it's light, it's just gonna show at the top. Okay, the only way you can take picture and it will not show the top is when you take picture with filter. Okay, when you take picture with filter, then it won't show. Or when you do video, if you do a video and it's on HD camera, and you don't consider top, it will still show. Okay, HD camera. The only way it won't show again is when you video with natural light and with your phone. It blurs out all those imperfections, makes everything look flawless. You conceal under the brows, you have to bring it down, bring the concealer down. Okay, and then you have to blend. Use a fluffy brush. Okay, I use a fluffy brush just to blend out everything. Blend it, even blend it to this side, because you need to blend the end, because this end actually shows more if you do not blend it. So you have to just blend. Sometimes I use the person natural powder color to blend this end, because gosh, you don't want that end to be looking like lighter. Okay, so I think that's it for now, guys. Okay, and let's count how many things you need. Let's count again. Let's count how many things you need. So you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, 11 products. So you need these 11 products for this, just this brow. Like, you're gonna be like, oh, only for this brow I need 11. Yes, you need all those things for that perfect brow. I'm gonna list everything as well in the description box, so you know. Okay, so guys, now I'm gonna show you guys the video of me demonstrating the brow. So guys, that's it for eyebrows tutorial. Eyebrows, yes, eyebrows tutorial. So thank you so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. I'm gonna have more talk show videos. Let me know if you enjoyed this video as well. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. I also have a vlog channel, guys. The link is gonna be down below. Bye guys. Mwah.